I rise giving the highest of praise to Allah, the great God of the universe, the one who made you and the one who made I, Islam. I rise giving the highest of honors to his and our beloved and noble and illustrious and genius and intelligent prophet, our brother, man, and friend, who came in due time. And his name is none other than Noble Drew Ali. I extend those great honors to his forerunner, the John the Baptist of our era and time, the great harbinger, Brother Marcus Garvey. I give honors to the seven Elohim, who created everything that was, is, and evermore to be. I give honors to everything that the Prophet has brought us, from our flag that we call the American flag, the Star Spangled Banner with the 48 stars, to our Moorish flag, the red flag with the 5-pointed green star in the center, which are the highest principles known to man: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. I extend honors to the first rightfully appointed Supreme Grand Sheikh, Brother Islam. And I extend honors to our current and present Supreme Grand Sheikh, Sister J. McNair Bay, Islam. I extend honors to all you Moors and Muslims that are here with us today to carry out the law, because the law must live. I extend those honors to womanhood, for without the woman, there is no us. And I extend those honors to fatherhood, for without the father, we will not be groomed right. I extend those honors to the children, who are the shining light in the spectrum from which we must produce the seed that cometh from the plant. Islam. And I ask all you Moors tonight that you open up your hearts and your minds and your ethers are clear with love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Because we are calling on all the spirits of the great fires, of the great ethers, of the waters, of earth, air, Islam. And we are calling on all the great powers that our prophet has given to us, Islam. And we are giving honors what ours is due. Praise be to Allah. Islam. So, before I go any further, I would like to call our first speaker up. Islam. Y'all ready for that fire? Islam. Y'all ready to set the house on fire? Y'all ready to set the man that we know as man, the temple of man, set his heart on fire with love and holy zeal? Islam. That's what I'm talking about, boys. We're going to set the altars on fire. Islam. You're going to call up a beloved sister, Islam. A Sheikis, Islam. A Adab, Islam. One who has traveled, Islam. A great sister, who I may say.
Praise Allah.
Praise be to Allah. We will call up our sister, Oshun Bay. Islam.
Fix me.
Yeah, you go.
Okay.
You serve. You serve.
The prophet said, look your best. Islam, I rise giving all praise to Allah. Honors to his prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Honors to our forerunner, the beloved, Honorable Brother Marcus Garvey, who came, part himself. Honors to our Grand Sheikis. Honors to all things Moorish. Honors to all official staff of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Honors to the American Training Banner. Honors to our flag, with the 5-pointed green star, the red flag. Honors to the UNIA banner. So what I'm going to go into today, of course, is Marcus Garvey. It's my favorite to talk about. Islam. This is from Philosophies and Opinions of Marcus Garvey, of course. Islam. So history is the landmark by which we are dedicated into the true course of life. The history of a movement, the history of a nation, the history of a race is the guidepost of the movement's destiny. That nation's destiny, that race's destiny. What you do today that is worthwhile inspires others to act at some future time. So we have to be sincere and constant with ourselves. We have to set the example. Then there has to be a constant example. If we can't change up, we have to follow the prophet. And we also have to know what the harbinger, Marcus Garvey, brought. We can't walk around and continue to say that Marcus Garvey is the harbinger and we don't know anything about him or what he brought or what he said. There's a reason why we say, or that we are taught, that Garvey is purity, which paves the way for love. So what is this purity that we're talking about? It's out here, and we have to look for it. Chance has never yet satisfied the hope of a suffering people. Action, self-reliance, the vision of self, and the future have been the only means by which the oppressed have seen and realized the light of their own freedom. So, Moors, we got to be active, not passive. We can't leave anything to chance. We have to move. Life is that existence that is given to man to live for a purpose, to live for his own satisfaction and pleasure, providing he forgets not the God who created him, and who expects a spiritual obedience and observance of the moral laws he has inspired. There is nothing in the world common to man that man cannot do. And we know that man means mind. So there is nothing that is common that you can't do. If you can visualize it in your mind, if you could create a plan, then you can accomplish it. That goes to belief, faith, and fruition. Pardon myself. All phones on vibrate. Islam. The ends you serve that are selfish will take you no further than yourself. But the ends you serve that are for all in common will take you even into eternity. And in our Holy Quran of the Moor Science Temple of America, which our chairman has already opened, we have the Holy Covenant of the Asiatic nation, which says, "Ye are the children of one father, provided for by his care, and the breast of one mother hath given ye suck. Let the bonds of affection therefore unite thee with thy brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in thy father's house. And when ye separate in the world, remember the relation that bindeth you in love and unity, and prefer not a stranger over thine own blood. If thy brother is in adversity, assist him. If thy sister is in trouble, forsake her not. So shall the fortunes of thy father contribute to the support of his whole race, and his care be continued to you all in your love for each other." So Marcus Garvey just basically said the same thing that our prophet said. So we got to put an end to the selfishness. Because it's us. We are the children of one father. Islam. We all bound by cords. A race without authority and power is a race without respect. Criticism is an opinion for good or ill, generally indulged in by the fellow who knows more than anyone else, yet the biggest fool. There is no criticism that calls not forth yet another. The last critic is the biggest fool of all, for the world starts and ends with him. He is the source of all knowledge, yet knows nothing. For there is not a word who finds to use that there is not another that hath the same meaning. Then wherefore do we criticize? So we have to realize we all got our faults. We all working to reach that pinnacle, where we could actually be perfected man and be what we know.
Praise Allah.
So how we criticizing somebody else? How we got something to say about what somebody else is doing? They working on themselves just like you working on yourself. Because I know I'm working on myself every day.
Praise Allah.
Fear is a state of nervousness fit for children and not for men. When man fears a creature like himself, he offends God. I'm going to repeat that.
Please do.
Fear is a state of nervousness fit for children and not man. When man fears a creature like himself, he offends God.
Offends God.
He offends God. And I don't want to offend God.
Islam.
Like, I just don't. You know, and how we scared of one who is connected to us? Because again, we are bound by cords. We brothers and sisters. What I'm scared of. How am I afraid? And this goes to myself because I experienced this in my own life on a daily basis. I don't know how many of you know, but I wrote a book. And my issue has been fear and confidence because of what I talk about in my book. But Allah put this book on me and had me push this out here so that I could help other people. When I was out here doing those things that I was doing in the book, I wasn't scared. Like it was fine. Everything was good. But now that I'm moving in a more righteous path and I'm striving for perfection, now I want to be scared to talk about my story. I'm a totally different person. And the story that I have is put here to help other people.
Islam.
You don't got to be scared of to give something that's going to help.
Right.
Like, that don't even make sense.
That's right.
Like, what's wrong with me?
Islam.
But when I was out here doing all this folly and this not,
No
I was just confident walking around. It was no fear. Hey, what's going on? Like everything. Like, but now that I'm moving in the way that I'm moving, I want to be fearful. I want to be scared. But I got something to shout about. Because the Prophet sure gave me something to shout about. My book is definitely something to shout about because the nation will rise no higher than this woman.
Islam.
But I can't get this information out here to raise our women. What's wrong with me?
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
So I had to tell y'all.
Speak from the heart. Speak from the heart.
But what I will say though is that something that motivated me was our elder being here, and this shows the importance of our elders. Because he knows I wrote a book and everything. He's an author himself. And just him speaking about his own experience in writing his book and having to get out here and sell his book himself and all of that. And it's like if this brother can do it and has been doing it for this number of years, then why can't I? He's out here changing the narrative. And he's someone who inspires me to change the narrative.
It's fine.
So I got to follow in those footsteps right there. Our prophet tells us that we must leave our paths clearly cut. The student must know that our teacher went that way.
Yes, indeed.
Islam. So the brother showed me which way he went, and I was able to grasp that.
Yes.
So since Sunday, I've been opening my mouth. When I'm moving around, I've been talking about my book, handing out pluggers, etc. Because again, fear is a state of nervousness, fit for children. I'm not a child anymore.
Islam.
None of us in here are children today. So why would I be afraid, or why would we be afraid to speak on something that would not only benefit ourselves, but benefit our people? Islam, ambition. Ambition is the desire to go forward and improve one's condition. And my brother Yusuf helped to give me some ambition so I could not only improve my condition, but the conditions of others. It is a burning flame that lights up the life of the individual and makes him see himself in another state. To be ambitious is to be great in mind and soul, to want that which is worthwhile and strive for it, and to go on without looking back, reaching to that which gives satisfaction. To be humanly ambitious is to take in the world which is the province of man. To be divinely ambitious is to offend God by rivaling him in his infinite majesty. Wow. So I guess we don't want to be too ambitious then, huh?
That's it.
Islam? Because again, I'm not trying to do anything that's going to be displeasing to Allah. We got 2 more words that we're going to go over, and I'm going to step down, family. Islam. Death. We know that death is no enemy of man.
Islam.
but from the words of Marcus Garvey, death is the end of all life in the individual or in the thing. If physical, the crumbling of the body into dust from whence it came. He who lives not uprightly dies completely in the crumbling of the physical body. But he who lives well transforms himself from that which is mortal to immortal. Islam.
Islam.
And our last word is faithfulness.
Come on.
Faithfulness is acquitted by a state of heart and mind in the individual that changes not. No one is wholly faithful to a cause or an object except his heart and mind remain firm without changing or doubt. If one's attitude or conduct changes toward an object, then one has lost one's faithfulness. It is a wholeness of belief, overshadowing all suspicion, all doubt, admitting of no question, to serve without regret or disgust, to obligate oneself to that which is promised or expected, to keep to our word and or duty. There are but few faithful people nowadays. And our prophet does tell us that
Islam is.
Islam, and that is one title. That's the only title that we get in the Moorish Science Temple of America. Is the name of faith. Is the name of faith. We have stations.
Yes,
We have stations,
Yes, please.
but we don't have titles. The only title, the only title, is faithful.
It's faithful.
So I'm gonna go over faithful again, so everybody knows what faithful is.
Yeah, so we.
Faithfulness is acquitted by a state of heart and mind in the individual that changes not.
All right.
No one is wholly faithful to a cause or an object except his heart and mind remain firm without change or doubt. If one's attitude or conduct changes toward an object, then one has lost in one's faithfulness. It is a wholeness of belief, overshadowing all suspicion, all doubt, admitting of no question, to serve without regret or disgust, to obligate oneself to that which is promised or expected, to keep to our word and or duty well. And again, there are but few faithful people nowadays. Islam, and with that, I'm going to step down, yet remain on high.
Praise Allah.
Always.
Islam,
Praise Allah.
and happy holy day.
Islam is.
Good measure, sis. Good
Praise
measure.
Allah.
Islam is.
It's a little warm.
Praise Allah.
Praise Allah.
Yes,
Honors to the
praise
Sheikhs.
Allah.
Praise Allah.
Wonderful message. Islam.
Islam.
All praise to Allah.
Yes, indeed.
All praise.